lesson will focus on how to get affiliated on Twitch. This lesson will help you go from streamer to Twitch affiliate. After this lesson, you will understand how Twitch analytics work, networking with others, and how to stream to get people to follow and stick around. Twitch affiliate is the next level of streamer on Twitch. So basically, you have to hit 4 different milestones to get Twitch affiliate. You have to reach 50 followers. You have to stream for 8 hours or more. You have to stream on 7 different days, and you have to have an average viewership of 3. Once you get those, and you will unlock Twitch affiliate, and you can then you get the ability to get subscriptions, so subs, and you are able to get bits through your Twitch channel. So you'll be able to people will be able to subscribe to you for $5.99, and you get 50% of that $5.99. So you get $2.50 for each sub that you get. And then also the bits, you get bits. That's each bit is a cent. So if you get 100 bits, that's $1. And so and then along with that, you're also able to offer emotes and loyalty badges to your subs. And so we're going to talk a little bit about how the best way of achieving Twitch affiliate. Now, I want to go into preferencing and saying this lesson these are the best practices. Now, this isn't going to give you special abilities to become Twitch affiliate. You're going to have to put in the work and the time. But from my experience, from other people's experiences, as well as other industries that need to do the same things that we're doing, we're going to tell you the best practices to do that. So that's what we're doing here today. Understanding your analytics. So when it comes to your analytics, Twitch offers a lot of great back end. A lot of great stats on the back end of your channel. One that you should look at all the time is, where did my views come from? And this section is in your stream summary area. Oops, let me go back. It's in your stream summary area right here. So we're just going to look at today. This is back end of the channel, and this is where you're going to see a lot of great analytics. And the one that we want to look at is, where did my viewers come from, right? So this is the section where you're going to see where where your follows came from, browser pace, and this is a very limited look at it. But if you hit more view details right down here, you will be able to see where what countries they came from, what platforms they're on, where the views are coming from. Are they coming organically from the browse page? Are they followers? Things like that. It'll tell you where people are coming from, what platforms people are on. How do you get there? It is on your dashboard. So when you're on your dashboard, you go to stream summary. So up here, dashboard, you're on this screen here. And then you go stream summary. And then down below here, view more details. So it's under, where did my views come from? View details. So you hit the view details button, and on here it'll tell you a bunch of different stuff. And one thing that you want to take away from this data is, like, how do you present your stream? So you want to present your stream in a different way, depending on where people are coming from. So if you see that you have a lot of mobile viewers, right? So if your iOS and your Android apps were like above web, well, then maybe you want to change your overlays to be a little bit bigger, right? So people on mobile can read the overlays, right? So that's a good example. If, and that's, or if you see that people are coming from another channel, or they're viewing you from another channel, maybe hit up one of those streamers and see if you can network with them, and network in and do a collaboration, do a dual stream, and do those type of things through this program. So like the Odd Squad clan, 18% of my viewership comes from their channel. I'm really good friends with the Odd Squad clan, and I want to do a dual stream with them. And so that's a good example of a good networking tool. And again, it helps both streamers, you and the other people, and it's great for networking, which we learned in the last lesson is a key feature to growing on Twitch, is your networking now. So another area to take a look at is your average viewership. So one of the in your channel area, so you in the same back end, right above stream summary, there's a channel section, and you want to click channels, and then down on this drop down here, you want to take a look at average viewers, right? So you want to take a look at your average viewers over the course of 30 days. So this is a course of 30 days, and then change your time frame to day instead of week or month. You want to look at day, and this will break it down to each day you have streamed, and it will show you like your average viewership and for each day. And through this, you want to pick say 3 or 4 of the best days. You want to write them down, get a piece of paper, write down, okay, March 12th, March 5th. You know, you want to go through here and you want to find the best days. This will, and we'll go in a little bit later about why we're doing this. So find out the best days, and then we want to go back. We want to go back to stream summary. But the best way to get there is by clicking on one of these purple bars. So if you say March 12th is one of our best days, what you want to do is you want to click that bar, and it will take you back to the stream summary for that particular day. So take you back to this particular day, and we noticed that we had 40 average viewers, we had a max of 72. Like, this was a pretty good day. Now in the bottom, and right down here in this area, in the purple box, this is an hourly breakdown. This is an hourly breakdown of your stream, of your average viewership. So this will actually tell you from when you started to when you ended what your hourly viewership was. When you're looking at this, you also want to take a look at like your dead time. Usually your dead time is in like the very beginning, right when you're starting. But you want to take note of like your dead time here, or anywhere you have some dead time within your stream. So dead time is when you had a high viewers, like, you know, you had an average viewers of 40 with a 72 max, and then all of a sudden you like dropped for some reason. Like, you want to take a notice, but usually it's in the beginning, but then you pick up throughout your stream and it just gets better and better. And then usually towards the end of streams, it kind of dies down because your viewership knows like, oh, he's going to end in an hour, so I'll just leave now. But like usually it picks up. The other thing you want to take a note here as well is what game you were playing. So we were playing Pokemon, Let's Go Pikachu, and you want to kind of take note about what kind of type of game you were playing from this section here on one of your best days. And then you want to do this with a number of days. And so you want to do that because you want to get more metrics for just one day, but we're just going to focus on one day right now, for at least on this stream. We're just going to focus on it. Okay, so we have all this data, right? What do we do with it? We have all this data. We figured out that we have 3 days. Like we looked at our best days that we have on Twitch. So let's break it down. If you stream on Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Right? From that data we collected, you notice that Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays are your best days. There's very little dead time. Then you should consider streaming on those days. Continue streaming on those days, but maybe consider cutting Monday stream and taking that time that you would dedicate to that Monday stream to networking. Right, so cut out Monday stream because it's not doing so hot. It's taking time away from things you could be doing like networking or creating content or whatever it is. So to kind of grow your channel outside of the stream. So if Monday's not doing it for you, maybe cut it out. So continuing with that train of thought, so we're going to cut out Monday too. So we cut out Monday, and Monday is no longer a day that you stream. But don't forget, you want to take that time you dedicated to Monday and use it to network with other streamers with your viewers, and so we move on from that. And if you've noticed that you have dead time, say from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., maybe consider pushing the start time a half an hour. So you start on 6:30. this may give your viewers more of an option to come to your stream than just to write it off altogether. Because I know me personally, if I know a streamer is going at 7 o'clock and I have like a 6:30 meeting, I'm probably not going to show up at 7 because I had this meeting and I don't want to go do something else afterwards. You just want to you want to give your viewers a little bit more of an option if you show that there's a lot of dead time that's more like than an hour. If you have more of an hour of a dead time in the beginning of your stream, maybe consider pushing your time an hour or half an hour, however long you decide that that you think would be best for your schedule to be able to get those viewers who may consider just writing off the stream altogether that day because they had something going on. So you don't want to. So that's something to consider when you have dead time longer than an hour. It's also considering what game you were playing during those streams. Was it an FPS? Was it an RPG? Was it a MMO? Those, if you see a consistent game that you were playing that gets you those viewerships, those higher viewerships that we saw earlier over the 30 days, then that will help. Those viewers will come back to watch you play those games, which will help you achieve Twitch affiliate a little quicker. So that is something to consider, as well as what kind of game you were playing. You don't have to play the same type of game. You don't have to play the same game. You don't have to always play Dark Souls and hope those viewers come back. But you should always consider playing the same type of game. Those viewers liked that type of game. They may come back for a different style of that type of game. Now, again, if you guys are wanting to go even deeper into not only your channel analytics, but you want to go into other channels as well as Twitch, you can use Twitch Tracker. We talked about it last week. You can go to twitchtracker.com, and this website will give you a bunch of analytics on Twitch as well as other channels. So you can actually go to other people's channels on here and check out their analytics and how they're growing. So if you like a particular streamer and you want to kind of be like them, you can kind of go through. You can go here and kind of see what they're doing to kind of grow, and you can look at their analytics as well. So that is something to consider. There is going that. There's also another website called socialblade.com. This is another great site. This actually grades a bunch of channels. So you can actually go to someone, you can find YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Dailymotion, and Mixer. You can go through here and find a bunch of different analytics for people as well as your own. So you can go here and you can take a look at all of, you can see I got a C+. I got a C+ on my Twitch page. Don't want to base your decisions off of one stream, but what you want to do is you want to look at them and keep an eye on them. So if you're seeing a trend of either a good or bad trend, then you want to kind of continue the good trend, or you need to change something for a bad trend. Now, again, this is the idea of that you're trying to get Twitch affiliate. So the numbers are super important at this point. Right? This is like, this is super important that you understand these numbers. So notice such as Wednesdays are strong days. Yeah, exactly. So if you see Wednesday as a strong day, or you see Tuesdays as a strong day, continue streaming. But if you're also streaming on like a Thursday and you see Thursdays not doing so hot, either look at your dead times and see, oh, well, if I streamed an hour later, then maybe I can get those viewers have less dead time. Or if you're noticing, oh, Thursdays aren't great for me, I'm not going to stream Thursdays anymore, then dedicate that time that you would be streaming to networking. So we're going to move on to the next section. This one's using social media, and this is a big section. Now, we're not going to cover everything that you can do on social media in this one, but we're going to focus on two main sources of social medias that you need to use to become a Twitch affiliate, or at least get that process started. Right now, the most popular platforms are Twitter and Discord. Those are the two most popular platforms, and we're going to start with Discord. To start out with, you should probably join your favorite streamer Discords and or a group that they may be a part of. This will at least give you a start with people you may know and feel comfortable with talking to. It's also a great way to learn how Discord works. So if you're and understanding the etiquette of Discord. And there is an etiquette when it comes to using Discord, and there's gray areas when you're talking about the etiquette. There's gray areas, but you need to you just need to use your best judgment. You just need to use your best judgment when you're on Discord. And these are some helpful tips to kind of get you started. So only join in the conversations if you have something to add. Only join a conversation if you have something to add. Try to avoid interrupting an ongoing conversation by just saying something offhandedly. You know, this can be hard, but read the situation the best you can. It can be hard. Like, you're looking at the conversations going really quickly, especially in large Discords. Just read the situation the best you can. If you don't have anything to add, then just say hello. Just say hello in the Discord. And if nobody replies, don't take it personally. Don't take it personally if nobody replies. Big Discords can move very quickly. But that's why if you join like a personal Discord, a lot of times those things aren't moving as quickly, and you have more of an opportunity to learn how Discord works. So I would join a smaller Discord, like a streamer's Discord, and then move into a group one first. But like 8 out of 10 times, somebody will reply to you. Someone will reply to you. And in this case, make sure to @ that person that you have a separate conversation with from time to time, so they don't lose you in the masses. So if you said hello and someone says, you know, hello back, @ them and be like, oh, how's your day going? You know, @ whoever. And then that way they're not losing you within the conversation. But again, don't go into a Discord and say, hey everyone, follow me, I'm on Twitch right now. Usually Discord channels have a live link section that you can throw your link in, and if someone's interested, they'll go to it and see who's live. There's a lot more to it, but again, I'm just trying to give you kind of the basics on the etiquette of Discord and how to use it the most effectively. Another thing you can do as well is, once you get more comfortable with Discord, is you can offer to help organize things within the Discord. Like, you go to the staff and tell them, hey, I'd be willing to help with charities, maybe community nights, maybe with raids. This will help you stand out as a community member, and also help the community grow. And the one thing to keep in mind when you're going to offer for help, when you're offering to help, you don't continue to offer. Don't be annoying about it. You know, if they don't get back to you, don't continue. Just maybe in a month or so, just hit them up again. Be like, hey, if you need any help, you know, I'm available. Just remember, I'm available. And then if you don't get, if they still don't hit you up, then they don't need help. They don't need help, and you just move on, and you just become a good community member within the channel by talking all the time, or help, and then, like, you know, having good conversations and networking. And again, when we talk about networking, don't just talk about streaming or gaming. Talk about like other things outside of that realm, and talk about again, woodworking or hikes or whatever it is that you have a common interest in with somebody, or you find a common interest in. Talk about it. But try to avoid talking about streaming and gaming, because that's what we're doing. That's what we're always doing, because we're on Twitch. So if you can avoid doing that, and you talk about something else, you can connect with people on a deeper level. You really can, and it helps a lot. Discord is a beast of a social media to get into, and it can be very daunting. But no, nothing will ever beat all this advice. Nothing will ever beat the being friendly, being open, and being willing to talk. Those things will take you super far in Discord. You just have to get used to it. We're going to move on to the next one. We're going to move on to the next social media, and that's Twitter. And Twitter is a really fun platform. I hadn't used Twitter a lot over the course of the last last 6 years. But recently, over the last 2, I have gotten more into it, and I absolutely love Twitter. I think it's a great platform. And there's a couple things that there's some things that you need to do to get the most out of it, though. One of the biggest things I recommend is replying to all the tweets that at you. So anything that ats you, make sure you reply to every tweet, even if you think it's a bot. Because if it's because what will happen is if you reply to it, it ranks your tweet higher. Twitter's algorithm will rank your tweet higher, and people who see the tweets, or some people who don't follow you may see the tweets and then, oh, I really like what this guy's saying, I'm going to follow him. Boop, you know, and then just reply to every single person that replies, that ats you. And you want, because that will rank your Twitter page up, that will rank your tweet or the tweet that's added at you, and then people will see it who may not follow you right now. And one of the things about when we talk more about networking, networking on Twitter can be really easy. It doesn't have to take time out of your day to reply to every tweet that ats to you. You can take 5 seconds and retweet big or small streamers their going live post or their going live tweet. You know, this is something that a lot of people don't think about when they're scrolling through Twitter, is that when you're scrolling through, you see someone's going live post, retweet it. It takes 5 seconds, and the people, your viewers see this person, that your followers are seeing this person. The person that you retweeted it sees it, and then super appreciates you doing it. And that's a big part of the whole networking. You know, it's like that person sees it, and then you're like, and then they follow you, or they come to your channel next, or they'll retweet you, whatever it is. Just retweet the going live post, and it helps everybody get noticed. And so you just want to, that's something to keep in mind. And it takes 5 seconds. It literally does. Just scrolling through your page, see it, retweet, and you're done. And you can do it a couple times. You can do it a couple times. When you're the last thing to consider when using Twitter is using hashtags. Now, it's not like Instagram, where you kind of just get you just get like a buttload of hashtags and just blast them blast them. You don't want to do that. You need to have your hashtags need to be related to your tweet. Don't just use hashtag support small streamers if your tweet is about Battlefield 5, right? You want to use a hashtag like hashtag Firestorm, or you want to use a hashtag that maybe EA or DICE are using to promote Battlefield 5. So you want to find, because if you just put in hashtag small streamers but you're talking about Battlefield, then then that tweet's not really going to get the traction you want, because likely people that are wanting to watch people play Battlefield are looking for hashtags based on Battlefield, not support small streamers, right? So that's kind of where you want your train of thought is when you're making hashtags for your post. You know, and so that's where you want to go with your hashtagging. Now, Instagram is a little different when it comes to Instagram. When it comes to hashtags, you kind of want to use like a lot of different hashtags, but that's a different day. That's a whole nother section that we'll talk about on a different day. But yeah, so using hashtags strategically on Twitter is very important. So those two social medias are probably the biggest ones you want to get into right now. Other social medias that can be really helpful. However, again, focus your energy on Discord. Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat are three other big ones that you should consider. One thing I would mention is like joining a Facebook group may look like a wasteland of people going live. But tell you the truth, if you're consistent with your posting, if you're consistent with how you advertise, you will stand out in that group. And if that group has 45,000 members in it, it's not a bad group to stand out in. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at Facebook. Instagram and Snapchat are a little bit different beasts that we'll talk about later. But But the two big ones are Twitter and Discord are the ones that you want to focus on. We're going to move on to offer something of value. So this is something that a lot of streamers don't really think about, actually. I've talked to, like, while I was developing this lesson, I talked to a number of streamers and asked them what their value was on their stream. What do they have of value on their stream? And they didn't really have an answer. A lot of people didn't have answers. So I figured this is something I should talk about. No matter what kind of business you're in, if you want a customer return, you need to offer something of value to them. Twitch is no different. With that said, nobody can tell you what value you can bring to your stream. You have to find that out on your own. But I can tell you this, everybody, every single person, everyone watching right now has value to bring to their viewers, to their followers. Every single person. You don't tell me you don't, because you do. You just have to find it, and it takes time. It's not like a boom, here it is. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later, but here's a good example. So He-Man Star Fox, some of you may know He-Man Star Fox. He comes in here all the time. He drops 5 bits, and he says he's going to murder me. He's a great guy, great streamer. He just achieved Twitch affiliate last week. Super proud of him. He's been working real hard at it. And at that time, while he was trying to grow affiliate, he offered something of value. He offered to his followers off-stream voice conversation. So like an off-stream voice chat that he hangs out with his followers in. And that's what he offered as value to his viewers as he was growing to become Twitch affiliate. And it helped him a lot to do that. He was this community builder through his voice chats. And now that he's a Twitch affiliate, he also offers a private book club to all his subs. So that brings people back to his channel and brings people to sub. So he has this, that's a value that he gives, that he offers to people that sub to him, that people that watch him. That's something he offers as value. And so as you can see here, when I'm talking about something as value, it doesn't have to cost you money. And he saw that value within himself. He saw that he enjoys books, and he enjoys having a book club in IRL. So why couldn't he do that same thing on Twitch or through his Discord? So that is where he has taken what he has as value, or what he feels that he can bring as value, and given it and offered it to his viewers and his subs and his followers. It can be a hobby. Like if you're an expert on Photoshop, then maybe do some courses on Photoshop, or maybe make some YouTube videos and like offer them to subs or offer them to your viewers. Maybe you give great reviews on games or movies. You know, maybe you're Fastanisha or something along those lines, and you want to give fashion advice to people. It doesn't have to cost you money to offer something of value to your streamers. And keep in mind, again, it takes time to find out what value you have. And and it can come at the most unexpected moments. For me, I found the You Matter movement came when I was in the shower. I was in the shower and I had this like moment of like, just like a light bulb went off in my head. And that is when the You Matter movement kind of came to light. Moving on. So the next section is the toughest section any streamer, veteran or noobs, have. It is literally the toughest section. Everybody asks questions about how to do it, and this is retaining your viewership. Most people, when they're trying to get an affiliate, they get the followers, right? They get the followers. They put the time in. They have the 7 days. They have the 8 hours of streaming. But the one thing that they just struggle on is getting that average viewership up. And you know, I'm in that boat right now. You know, I'm trying to get my average viewership up to 75. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. I'm trying to find out a nice balance for my schedule and like a bunch of stuff. But when you're starting out on Twitch and you're trying to get that affiliate, that number one thing, it will take the longest. Now, keep in mind from the last lesson that we talked about getting started on Twitch, we talked about how networking is super important. We talked about it again. Earlier, where if you notice, like on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays that you're doing great, but Monday's pretty rough, maybe cut Monday out and network, you know, and that will hopefully boost your Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday streams. So keep in mind that networking will help with a lot of this, but there's some things you need to keep in mind. There's some more things that we need to cover with this. And that is networking or connecting with your viewership off stream. At this point, you likely don't have your own Discord. So Twitter will be the one that the platform that you want to kind of dedicate yourself to connect with your viewers off stream. But if you feel comfortable enough, if you feel comfy enough about creating and managing your own Discord, then that will be another great way of connecting off stream with your community. But know that doing that, creating and managing a Discord can be a full-time job on its own. Maybe not when you're first starting out, but there's going to be things that you notice that you need to take care of. Like you need to make sure that your moderation is higher than you think you might need it, because you have trolls keep coming in, and like you have all these things, or people are talking about gaming a lot in Gen Chat, and you end up having to make another like separate category for games. Like there's a lot of like different things that you have to do with a Discord channel. And at this point, you may not want to look at creating your own and just focus on Twitter to connect with your viewers off stream. Connecting with your viewers off stream will connect like a personal connection with them a little bit more. Because it's not just I stream and I turn off and you guys don't matter anymore. It's stream turns off, I continue talking to you because you do matter to me, and I appreciate you coming in, even coming into the stream. So you have to show that appreciation even off stream. So as we said above, you need to have something of value. The value thing is huge, right? That's going to be something of value, will bring back your viewers day in and day out. But also make your stream memorable. Make something about your stream memorable. Like maybe it's an alert. Maybe it's an emote. Maybe it's a phrase you always say, you know, maybe even a fun loyalty point system, which we'll cover in another lesson as well. But making your stream memorable will keep you on top of mind of your viewers, which will keep them from coming back, or which will keep them coming back. There's a streamer that got me into streaming. His name's Typical Gamer. Super cool dude. Lives in Vancouver, Canada. Super cool dude. He's been streaming for a really long time. And he has, he says, he used to say top notch a lot in his stream. And that was something that when I would hear the word top notch, I immediately thought of Typical Gamer. Immediately thought of it. And so if you say something all the time on stream, or you have a cool emote, or you have some type of an alert that gets kind of stuck in someone's mind, making it memorable that way will bring them back, because they'll be like, oh, you know what? I remember I gotta go watch Danny today, because Danny, I got reminded of Danny because he says this all the time, and I just heard it, and I gotta go watch him today. Now, don't think of it as like a gimmick. I'm not a big fan of gimmicks, but making it memorable as your thing, you know, that you stand out from the generic. Exactly. But like, make sure it's a thing that you feel comfortable with doing. Don't force it. Make sure it's a thing that you know that it's like, yeah, don't force it. Because if you force it, then it's a gimmick, and you don't want to have to do something all the time if you're not comfortable doing it, because that will get you exhausted and not make you want to stream anymore. We're not done with this section yet. There's one more thing that we need to talk about. to retain your viewers. To go further into the best ways to retain your viewership, being transparent and open with your viewership and making personal connections with people goes a long way. So obviously feel comfortable with what you would share. Being open and transparent with your community will have them trust you, and you'll be making friends rather than followers through that process. So really keep that in mind when you're going through it. You know, again, be really mindful about what you share and what you want to share. But being transparent and open will really bring your viewers back. Anyways, that's the lesson, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it.